Welcome back. I'm Pete, and you're watching the Custom Car Channel. But we're going to work on a Bobcat today, and it's going to be awesome. Since this one's a Silverado, maybe you guys could just call me the Silverado man. Alright, the first thing we want to do is we just want to blow this all out. We'll probably blow it all out continuously. So down here where the spark plugs are, now it doesn't seem very dirty, so I'm not sure. Yeah, this battery thing, it might be in the way a little bit. Let me get a light. So I think we want to use the flex socket and a long extension. So let's just come right in here without making any shorts. Just a little bit too long. Alright, let me get a different. Let's try the 6-inch. Let's go behind it a little bit. That sounds a little dry. Alright, let's blow that off again. I'm using the new power torque ratchet. I like that ratchet. Well, I don't know, I just started using it, I guess. Don't look too bad. The guy did say he'd never changed the plugs. Can't remember if he said he bought it brand new or not, but it's a little bit wore, but it's not too bad. Let's just replace them. We'll clean up them wires so they look nice, and we'll put it all back together. So I did look up the torque is 11 foot-pounds. Unless you're putting them in new heads, then it's 15. And the gap is 40. So these plugs are the wrong plugs. Alright, we're not going to put these spark plugs in there. Alright guys, let me call the customer and, alright guys, I got the right spark plugs. So we'll go ahead and take all these out, and we want to be really careful when we try to gap these. Yep, they're the right ones. So sometimes it recommends not to gap these, although these list the gap, so we will just make sure, and it's 40 thousandths. So I'm just going to be really, really careful. Yep, that's 40. Good on that one. That one. So far they're all identical. What's this one at? Just a hair over 40. This one might be a little tighter. It's still okay. It's like 41. Alright, let's put these in. Sometimes I just like to use the hose. So this is just an old piece of airline. That's going now. And the torque on these is 11 foot-pounds. Unless you have brand new heads, then it said to do 15. Which, I'm just going to use my ratchet. And that feels good to me. Whoops. And then, like I said, we're going to clean these wires, which I cleaned this one. It's a little crusty in there. Whatever, dude. And then I only will put a dielectric grease in the spark plug in. That's the only end I think you need it in. From my past experience, if you put it in the coil side, it'll tend to make the coil wires, or the wires on the coil side, pop off. And we want to push it on until it snaps in there. And the same on there. So that one is done. So it's easier just to pull these off. Give it a little twist. Pull. And then to take them off on the bottom, you'll do the same thing. And I understand that that's harder to do. But what you have to do is you have to get it to break loose. So you have to twist it. Alright, now I twisted it. Once I twist it, I'll put a little twist on it and pull and wiggle. Just like that. Give that a little blow. I might switch the plan of attack and I might maybe try the long socket. Yeah, I think that's the ticket on this one. There's a little dry sounding. And I will not put any never sees on the threads. My experience on that is it tends to lock it in on my experience. What I mean by that is it tends to lock the spark plug in, or you know, it's hard to get it back out. It's like Loctite. That's just my experience. It's happened more than once. I just never put it on anymore, and now it's always been fine. I guess it depends on the situation. Press it there for a minute and build up some more air. The damn thing leaks down. Alright, since we're using a long socket, I could just start the plug with that. And cleaned up the wire. This truck is really tall. I need one of those overhead creepers. I haven't bought one yet. I don't have room for it. It keeps the guy young, right? One thing you do not want to do is crack a socket or a spark plug. I got the grease in there already. I noticed with my Mac sockets, they're pretty good about not cracking the plug. I've never cracked one with a Mac socket. I've used some snap-on sockets and some Macco. I do not have as good luck with those sockets. I got that one to twist easily, so twist and pull and wiggle. And they come right off. Alright, let's get this next one out of there. I think we're going to have to switch it up and go back to this other one. Give it a little blow. Blow of air. Kind of at an angle on this one. Okay, let's blow it again. Sometimes you crack them loose, you knock a little crap down in there. Yeah, these Mac sockets I think are the best. Those magnetic, I guess the ones I'm talking about that break the plugs are those magnetic ones. I don't have any myself, but the place I used to work at, they had a couple sets of those. One of the employees and then the boss. Those sockets are no good. If I had those sockets, I'd take them to the scrapyard or get my money back. So if you guys are out there using them sockets, and you should let me know what you think. I've been changing plugs since I was like 12 years old, so I know a little bit about it. Some nights we'd put a fresh set of plugs in just to go up to Broadway. A long-winded one here. Here she comes. She's coming. It's at an angle because of the steering shaft. I'm at an angle because of the steering shaft, and it might come out better if I pull the extension off and just use the socket. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, some cars I'll use the electric ratchet, but today we're going to do these by hand. It's just how it is. And so far we're looking pretty good. If you guys see the computer over there, I had to get another computer. I filled up mine, and I don't want to lose all the information on mine, so I'm getting another computer for YouTube. I got so many videos on there, it filled it up, and I can't seem to figure out what's filled up on it, so I'm gonna do a fresh install, and I need a computer so I don't lose all my information. I mean, YouTube is not the only thing I do. I got gigabytes of data, so before I can even get this video uploaded, I'm gonna have to get the new computer working. And right now it's having a little trouble. It is a used one I bought. It's having a little bit of trouble. All right, let's continue on. So I think this one to put back in, we're going to use the hose. They do make a little installer hose thing, but why should I pay 20 bucks for one of those when I can use a piece of hose, right? And I have all different sizes of hoses I use. I got a blue one somewhere, and I've kept this yellow one. I mean, sometimes the spark plugs go down there 10 inches. Yeah, we got to do the spark plugs on the F-150 and the coils. She's got a misfire once in a while, so I think one of the coils is going. And the reason the coil went is probably because it's never had plugs. We'll find out. So hopefully none of the plugs break off. I don't think the 4.6s have too much trouble. I don't think they have any trouble. They use a different spark plug than the 3 valves or whatever. Alright, let's get the socket on there. I guess another important thing would be to make sure your socket's all the way on. You can kind of use the steering shaft as a little bit of leverage here. I'm going to get a different extension. And get that one off the floor. Alright, that's tight enough. Yeah. I should mention, this truck does need an oil pressure sensor. The gauge is pegged out at 0 or 80 all the way. There we go. Let's get this last one on this side. If you do pull that metal piece out that's on the inside here, you definitely want to get a new wire. Or, I never have no luck crimping them back on, but you definitely want to have that fixed. The trick is not to pull the little thing out. The last one's got to be a little tighter. It's coming. Alright, let's clean that up a little bit, or blow it off a little bit. I just use a little WD-40 whenever I clean hoses or wires. I always use WD-40. Cleans them right up. And it's clean. So what's that thing down there on the exhaust bolt? Is that factory, or is that some kind of breaker preventer? I mean, how do you put that on? Has the engine got to be out to put that thing on? Sure looks like if you're going to change that exhaust manifold, you're going to have to take that whole bracket off of there. Somebody invented something there. I think I'm gonna go get the other ratchet way back here like this. It's a lot of work for an old guy. There we go. I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit tighter than 11 foot-pounds. Alright, this side's done. Let's just slide all this stuff over. I think this side I'm going to get a fender cover rather than trip over this big Thunderstruck. It's AC/DC right there. Yeah, we'll work right here. This tank is going to probably be in the way. I'll go get a fender cover. Switch this over to this side. We're going to have to clean this air filter. It almost looks like it's rusted. The air filter might be rusted. Oh, this will be better. I can feel it already. So it always works best for me to pull off the top first. Break it loose. You know, twist and pull. It's that simple. And it works every time. Let's use the bigger socket maybe. We'll just leave this one on here. I never blew this side off. Exhaust shield is pulled away. This one's got some kind of deal apparatus on. Holy smokes. That is right by our spark plug. Somebody put some kind of apparatus on these back bolts. I do not like that. That just can't be factory. They wouldn't do something like that. Does anybody have any experience with those things? Do they work? Yeah, these are gritty. You would swear that the threads are coming. The shield is rusted away. It's bent. I remember when I was a kid, I used to clean up everything on my pickup, make it look nice and new again. That should be tight. Slap that wire on there. It's a damn ladder. I just got a little 3-footer. I want a new wood one, but I can't find one. Let's go to the next one. Hey, what's up? They give you the day off again? Alright, let's get the spark plug out of there. Riley's was just here. That's my rep. I don't know if he wants to be on video. This one's coming out better than that front one. I could use electric ratchet on this side. Whoa. This one has got a huge gap. This plug here, you know, it's all melted away. I don't know if we can get you guys to see that. clean this. And now it's all full of WD-40. Now let's see if we can see this. Yeah, see it? The little tip is burned right off of it. All these other ones are good, but not this one. It's got an 80,000 scap on it. I'm actually no. It's right around 80,000. That little tip is gone. Alright, we're doing the right thing. That's a confirmation. That makes you feel a little bit better. So I was going to say, some of them plugs were not bad enough to change. I did not feel anything, or there's no lights on the dash. She ran actually pretty smooth. I think it's got some aftermarket exhaust on there. With that plug. So, to me it looks like it wore it off. I don't know if it wasn't welded on there correctly and it broke off and went out the... Well, it's probably stuck in the catalytic converter, if it has any catalytic converters. It does have an aftermarket exhaust. It must have catalytic converters because the light is not on. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we're starting to get back here. It's starting to get a little more difficult. Alright, I just found another problem. This wire is bad. Just hang on. This side's got all kinds of problems on this side. And I didn't notice none of this when I drove it. So we're going to need a pliers to get that off of there. Yeah, that is definitely... I just touched it and that fell right off. It's definitely old. I have to get a smaller pliers. I just like to use this one. Will not come off there. I got it coming. Let's get that plug out of there. That plug was loose. This plug looks like the rest of them. Let's put that plug in. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a wire. I can't get a delivery from where I need to get these wires today. he didn't sound too interested in spending $130 for a set of wires. So I think I have some. There we go. So it's not stripped or anything. It was just loose. Alright, I'm gonna go see what I can find for a spark plug wire. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went out. I could only find a set of aftermarket wires and they're not mine, so I'll see if he would want to buy those. They're my brother's. So right now we're just gonna fix the one he's got. Yeah, we gotta put this on. So I do have a whole box of used wires there. Alright, let's get this finished up. I got another car to get in today. So yeah, he's probably not even going to come and get it. We will go ahead and order a set of wires. So I got the wire in there. The spark plug is in there. Let's go ahead and put this on there. Oh yeah, it still pops on. It's probably going to be just fine like this, but since that wire is broken, it needs a new wire. So now here's where we're going to come into the problem. I can just barely get my hand back here for this last one because the shield is bent. I see they had to have broken it off because of that thing, the mystery bolt saver. See, with that bolt saver, I can't get on here very good. I'm having a feeling we're gonna break that, so I'm gonna get a special tool, maybe a couple of them. So sometimes I can use one of these special tools to get back in here and hook onto the bottom. You know, this light just ain't doing any good right there. Or right there. I'm not hooking that. Let's try this one. I'm still not able to hook it. I mean, who would have thought I'd come down to the last spark plug and it's gonna fight me. I don't want to break it because that took an hour to fix that I have to pay for. I'm gonna try to reach in from the fender well. You know, it was a good thought. You can't without taking the fender well out. Maybe I can have to snaggle. No, not with that hand. And it's up there too high. I can't get there. Alright, now we're going to have to try to pull on it without damaging it with the pliers. If I can even get on it. Which I can't. Our next option All right, there is no next option. We just gotta do what we gotta do. All right, I'm starting to get a little mad. The damn bolt saver. I might have got it broke loose here. No, maybe. But I can't twist it. Yeah, this wire's no good also. So we can go ahead. We're gonna have to fix this one too. So it's the last two wires on this side. I don't know if they had a problem. These wires have been compromised. And let me see. I got a old needle nose that's kind of rounded off. I like to use for these. Used to use for these. I think I put it over in this toolbox. This needle nose, I used to melt lead with it. Lead wheel weights. My damn shield. I got it off there. All right, let's replace that spark plug. We're not going to use this big socket. So it looks like we're onto this one. I think I can do this. I think the problem was, you know, getting the wire off there. And this one's tight. I can't turn it. It's got to be loose enough. I'm telling you, this last couple on this side have just fought me and fought me. Alright, she's starting to come with my fingers. Oh no, I dropped it down the wrong way. I gotta be careful of the air conditioning line so I don't break them. I just can't get the right angle on it here. This hand. Holy shit. That plug just wanted to fight the whole way. And this one's burned right off too. Yep, this plug is completely bad. Burned right off. Let's put the new plug in while I'm still pretty mad. I'm going to have to use the socket, and I don't know if I can get it started in there. Alright, kind of going in the hole here. As of yet, she's a no-go. Alright, I just went and got a smaller piece of hose. I got it started in there now. Let's screw it in as far as we can with our fingers, because this thing was really fighting me. Just gotta fight me. Alright, that's as tight as it goes with my fingers. Let's get this socket back on there and crank her down. Alright, this one I gotta be really careful. Alright, that's tight enough that we don't break it. The plug. Alright, there we go. Let's fix that wire and ship it. Well, I can't ship it, but at least this part of it's done. Yeah, let's get this done. I'm telling you. It's up here. There she popped on. And it's on. And it's the right length. Alright. Alright, let's see if she'll run. Okay, it seems to run. There's a little bit of an exhaust leak at first. And it says change engine oil soon. So one trick to know, and this is something my dad taught me. So if you miss under load, you got ignition. If you miss not under load, like idling and stuff, it's a fuel. So let's just put her in reverse. And let's just give her a little bit of a power brake. Yeah. Yeah, so we're running good enough now. I mean, it was running good before, but I didn't know. 2 of the spark plugs were bad. 2 of the wires were bad. Yeah, she's got some kind of exhaust on this thing. Alright guys, there you have it. That's changing spark plugs on your 2006 GMC 2500 HD 6.0 Vortec. Alright guys, there you go. That's how you change your plugs, and we're going to change the wires. That's how you change the wires also. I just didn't get a set of wires, so we're gonna. He didn't want to get wires right away, but we're going to get some now because 2 of them are bad, and I had to piece together a couple wires just so I could get it out for tonight and not have to reschedule because that wasn't part of the schedule. Alright guys, back on the 06 Sierra. I went out to my brother's and I found these wires, and they must be for a 5.3. They're too short. So I ordered a set from O'Reilly's because the guy can't afford the AC Dunk ones or doesn't want to afford them. I got these blue streak ones. That's the number. They're even shorter than the 5.3 ones, and these are supposed to be for that truck. So this morning, I went to Johnson's, and I got these. And these are slightly longer than the originals, but this is what we're going to put on. And the number for that is 27874. And these are standard ignition products. Hopefully they'll be good. So yeah, I got the door open, I got my jacket on, it's a little cold in here. We're having the citywide sale this weekend. Actually, I got a late start on it on Friday. And since I got the truck in here, I got everything over here. But here's some of the stuff I'm selling. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff, and then there's a snowblower outside I'm gonna sell. I don't think I sell the Murray, because I got a new engine in it, a new tire, a new seat on it, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's probably only worth $50, but just that stuff I put in it is worth like 5 times that much, so I just can't put a price tag on it and make somebody pay that much. I will sell the Ranger. That's going to be fairly expensive. I had a guy look at it yesterday. He said he might come back with a trailer, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm doing a citywide sale and fixing cars at the same time. So let's pop these wires on there. Let's go for our little test drive, and then I'll focus on my sale for the rest of today. Today's Saturday, and it's cold out. It's like 30 degrees, or I'd have to check, but it froze last night. They had wind and frost advisories out. So yeah, I got the door wide open and no heat on. I'm not used to that. I'm going to change these out. I'm just going to leave the camera here. I'll probably fast forward through this or just show you the start of it. Just to let you guys know, there's no dielectric grease that came in the set. And the standard, I know the standard motor tech, or rep, and he assured me that standard motor products are equivalent to OE or better. And he said in most cases they're better. So I have his phone number and I'm holding it to him. Yeah, I'm holding it to him. So if I ever have a problem and I feel I need to contact him, I surely will. Okay, it looks like they're all there. I'm going to shoot them with grease and change them out really quickly. No sale. I just seen this. I just thought I'd show you. This is the low ohms. Alright guys,
Last one, and this is a hard one. And we're going for a drive. I suppose I'll lock down the door. I'll only be gone for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll pick up the van, because I dropped the van off where this was. Yeah, I never had a sale before, so I sold a few things, not too many. I have to get a pliers again. I can't get it off there. I got it now. I did also do a complete inspection and oil change, and I fixed this front brake caliper. The pads were okay and the rotors felt smooth, although they did complain that when they were hot, it was not smooth. They said it was shaking the steering wheel really bad after like 10 miles of driving. But when I lifted it up, this wheel, I couldn't even turn it. So I couldn't get the bleeder open, so I cracked the line loose, and it still didn't loosen up, so I just replaced the whole caliper. And I did that last night. I checked all the other fluids. It does need a little bit more work, but I've done what I needed to do and what they wanted to do, so we'll reschedule the next or the rest. Yeah, let's go take this for just a little drive, and let's make sure it don't miss, and we'll pick up the van and then come back. Alright guys, we're inside. I got you set up. She starts right up and purrs like a kitten. It thinks it's a Silverado. That's $179,000 on this thing. Alright, let's get it out of here. Whoa, oh, we just slid over. I spun the tires. Now we gotta, it's kind of a jacked up mess to get in and out of this bay. I just gotta get a run at the little ramp on the hoist. Are you ready? Here we go. I made it. I am very close to the door. I can see the van from here. Oh yeah, she runs way better. I still didn't pick up on anything when I drove it before. But it's not my truck. I could not pick up on a miss. I'm pretty good at, diagnosing a car without doing much. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's a pretty nice truck. Yeah, we came a long ways on this old girl. Oh yeah, I did fix the heater. Somebody put a new resistor down there in the bottom, a new wiring harness, and a new blower motor. The wiring harness to the blower resistor is got a bad connection. So I took a diamond file and I filed the connection and I squeezed it back together. I took the little pin right out of the connector and I put some dielectric grease on it. And so far I can wiggle it and there's no cutout. So for me to replace that stuff, it's going to be a cost a little bit of money because I'm going to go OE on it. Just because I think we'll turn around right up here to this road. She runs really good. Brakes are right on the money. Yeah. So I did everything they asked me to do. It does need some more. Like I said, the guy is selling it, so maybe this is all he's going to do. He's a pretty good customer of mine, so. So I always like to keep my customers happy no matter what I just do what they ask, and I tell them what they need, and if they want more, then they decide, not me. Yeah, it's got some kind of aftermarket exhaust on it. I ain't sure what it is, but she's got a little old purr to her. Alright, let's get back to the sale. I'm getting excited. I gotta put some more price sticker tags on stuff. I don't know what's up with this guy. He's driving, this guy behind this guy is driving on the side road. Oh, it must be a Ranger. It's a Polaris Ranger. It might have not been a Ranger, but it was some kind of UTV. And I think that's probably what they say about mine too. Yep, I think we accomplished our mission on this truck. She purrs really nicely. I don't see anybody at the sale. I think we're gonna have a sale until all that stuff's gone, because I'm not putting it back in the house where I found it. We're just gonna have a continuous sale on that side until I decide to throw everything away. All right, let's get the van. We're gonna drive the Chevy van. Looks like they're working today. We could go inside and see if Dan's here. Let's park it right here. Maybe we'll get a little closer to the van. That way we can pull up. There's a tree right there. Alright, let's go inside. Alright, we can get the van and go back to the sale. This is going to be exciting. I mean, the ride in the van. First thing, we got to get it started up right. I don't see any spot to put you guys. I don't think you're going to stay there, so I just left the keys right here. I'm going to give her like a half a pump, and I'm going to hold it. Like butter. She's a Chevy. We're not letting her run. We're just going across the block. I hope you guys don't fall. I'll try to catch you. I'll hold on to you a little bit. I mean, who gets to ride in a 1979 Chevy van every day, any day they want? I do. And I did say it's like in the high 20s, low 30s. She starts right up. We're gonna just go park right beside the pickup. We're having a sale today. There's the sign. We're back open. So yeah, I got a bike, bunch of computer stuff, TV. Hey, there's an old Suntac down there. All right, guys. That's how you replace your spark plugs and your wires on a 2006 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. 2500 HD 6.0. Alright guys, hope you like it. Hope I can make this into a good video, and you can catch me next time. We'll see you later.